Shipping AI features have never been easier. The Vercel AI SDK is a TypeScript toolkit designed for developers to help them build more AI-powered applications and agents for React, Next.js, Vue, and more. Building an AI application will require you to integrate it with a large language model, an LLM. However, integrating with an LLM can be complicated, and depending on the model provider you choose, they would require different kinds of setup. The AI SDK helps to standardize integrating with different models across providers, allowing developers to focus on building great AI solutions without having to worry about the technical details. I will use this AI Corner Rivera to show you how easy it is to add AI or integrate AI features into your Next.js website. So what this project does is that it's a Next.js writing tool that lets users highlight text inside an editor and instantly transforms it with AI power of the right actions. So if I highlight a particular part of the text, you'll see a toolbar, floating toolbar that will give you options like improve, paraphrase, shorten, lengthen, fix grammar, and so on and so forth. It will, once you choose one particular part to change, it will do that in real time, and you can see stream it. So if I should show you a demo now, if I click on shorten, this part of the screen is going to shorten and have the update from the AI. Okay, let's jump into the code and I'll show you how we're able to do this with the AI SDK. Okay, here we are in the code. To continue, you need to make sure that you add your OpenAI key to our environmental variable, as it is important for this project to work properly. So head on to openai.com to get your API key. You can also use any other model provider. That's the beauty of the OpenAI, of the AI SDK. And yeah, just make sure you have an API key that we can use to integrate with one of the LLMs, and you can go on ahead. All right, so we'll navigate to the app, to the pages. On this page, there is one function, that is one hook that is very important, which is the useCompletion hook from the AI SDK for React. And this hook basically allows us to tap into the state of the AI agent. It's a very powerful hook that exposes other functions that will allow us to tap into the AI agent defined in our server. So it exposes the completion, basically the current outputs of the current completion result of the agent. The complete function allows us to basically send requests to the agent, a state manager, a state that tells us when the agent is loading, and a stop to basically abort anything that the agent is currently doing. Right. So this hook is very powerful, as it allows us to tap into the different states of the agent when it's finished, if there's a data packet that is being sent from the agent to the client, and if there's an error, we can tap into those different aspects and handle them correctly. In our scenario, we're using the unfinished to basically finalize the rewrite of the content in the text box. All right, the rest is basically normal JavaScript and how we're able to do that, but maybe some other important function here is the run action. This basically takes and constructs the session. Session is basically like when we try to highlight a text and we try and use the toolbar. Right, so it takes this range, the start range and the end range, the original text and the base content, the content that was inside the text box, and then the original text is basically what we are highlighting. So it then sends the text to the AI agent via this API that we defined over here. All right, so let's head on to that API and we see what's in there and how we are able to get the details from this. So in the API route handler, we basically have a type definition of what we're expecting from our clients. Right, so we get our body and then we get a selected text. We construct that and then we validate if it is not available. If it's not available, basically send an error to the client, and then we get the instruction of what we want. So the instruction basically takes in a couple IDs, and if you look in here, these are the instructions that we can see. You can either improve it, paraphrase it, shorten, just basically natural language of what we want the AI to do for us. Yeah, and then if we have a custom instruction, we can pass it in there. If not, we just use normal instruction. Right, that's also very important. So we use the validation on here as well. Then this is the crux of the entire AI integration. We are able to define the model that we want to use. Here we're using GPT-4o mini, which is very cheap and lightweight and fast, so we don't need to bother about any reasoning models for now. We can define the system prompts. We tell you that it's an expert writing assistant and it's supposed to rewrite only the provided selected text. It shouldn't include any quotes, labels, explanations, markdown, and all of that, and it should just return plain text only. AI agents tend to do more than this, so we have to tell them how they should behave using the system prompts. And this is the exact thing that we want the agent to do for us. We pass in the instruction, which we get from this is either the custom instruction or the actual instruction. Then the context before the selection, basically everything before what we selected, and the context after it's selected, so that the agent knows how to fit in the new details correctly, and it should fit the context that was being communicated in the application. So we're doing all of this while leveraging the AI SDK to stream the response for us. So we don't really need to even bother about how we're going to get this information and stream it to the client, because with the AI SDK, as you can see, it's come from the AI core, we are able to return a text stream response, which the useCompletion hook on a client is able to listen to and handle gracefully. All right, so we get the stream completion text. This is basically a callback from when it is finished. We get that into the function, into the unfinished function, and then we pass that into the finalized rewrite, which allows us to construct the new text from what was there before. So let's go back into the application and see how this is supposed to work. All right, so as you can see, if I just reload this. Okay, as you can see, if I wanted to make this part longer, I just needed to highlight it and maybe improve or lengthen. I'll tell you to lengthen it a bit. And it's rewriting and rewriting, and it's able to give us this. So this is able to work as fast as this because we're using a stream response from the AI SDK. If we decide to use a generate text response, it would wait for it to finish up first before it puts it on here. But because we're using a stream, it's faster. I can also pass in a custom instruction. For instance, if I say, okay, I want this part to talk about Abuja, right? We pass it in and then it will do it for us, right? So as you can see, it works, and then we're able to implement an AI content reviewer as easy as possible. Yeah, I hope I have been able to convince you that integrating intelligence into your system or into your website or Next.js application is as easy as calling two hooks from the same library. AI SDK makes it ridiculously easy to ship intelligence into your product. And if you're building like a real software, a startup, internal tools, SaaS, this is how you can move fast without overcomplicating your tech stack. If you want to see me take this further and you are interested in this type of content, please click the subscribe button, like, comment, share to anyone who is probably building a system that and is probably confused how to add AI to the system. Yeah, thank you very much for watching all the way here, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.